Today I'm going to show you how I fillet a bass. So before we start, we need to cut off all the things that's going to catch you out whilst you're working on the fish. That is these spines on the top of this dorsal fin, and one there on that fin, and there's just one there on the gill cover. So we're going to cut them off first. A pair of scissors. I do need a good pair of scissors, of course. There we go. And then that one, we'll have the whole fin off, like so. And then this little scallywag. This fish was frozen from fresh, and as you can see, it's not been gutted yet. So now the next thing is to scale it. Sorry, I forgot, we got that little one there as well, just there. So we'll have the whole fin off because we don't want the fins, because when we cook it, I'm going to remove the bones for the stock. Now the next thing is we've got to scale it. Now to scale it, you start from the top end and gradually work your way back. Now I like to do it underwater. I don't mean me underwater, I mean the fish underwater. That way the scales, when they come off, they don't fly everywhere. I've got a knife that hasn't got an edge on it, so it's difficult to show you how to do this, so let's do the best I can. There you go, like so. Make sure that you get every single scale. You don't want to leave any behind at all. That's totally cool. I've got a few there still left on the end. It's ever so easy to overlook a few. All Mrs. 8 scales all over the kitchen, so that's why I'm doing it with the fish underwater. But those top few, these little smaller ones, they don't tend to fling about all over the place, but the bigger ones, they go everywhere. And because we've trimmed the spikes off, we've got less chance of sticking one in your finger. There, we'll just give it a check. A couple there. That looks pretty good. There we go. Now the next thing is to gut it. I like to use newspaper because you can just fold it up and do what you want to do with it. It actually makes quite a good compost grower for cauliflowers. But very carefully from the lateral line, we want that a little bit further along there, don't we? Okay, and there we go. There's all the gubbins. Because this was frozen, instead of just a tiny bit frozen, which is actually quite handy because it's not quite so messy. And we'll cut that off there. And there's all the gubbins. I like to look to see what it's been eating. There. And that'll go in the bin. But as I say, you could keep the liver if you can actually work out which is the liver. Now there we go. Give it a quick wash out. If we turn the page over, that covers up all the messy bit that you've just filleted out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut and leave these fins any fins, you're going to leave them behind on the head bit. So we're going to do a very careful cut, following the fins round, following the head round, right the way round. So that wasn't, I didn't show you very well there, did I? There we go, right the way around the head, so as not to waste any meat at all. So we cut that round. Oh, just make sure we have cut it first. You just cut until the knife stops up against something, that's all. And now what we're going to do now is we're going to cut right along the backbone, like so. In fact, I would have been better off. I'm trying to show you how to do this. There we go, right along the backbone, feeling the bones, and the knife runs actually on the bones. Now, you'll probably say I'm cutting with this knife towards me, but I can't think of any other way of showing you how to do it. There we go, like so. And just gradually following them bones all the way down. All the way down. There we go, look at that. Then what we're going to do next is we're going to come along the back here, this last little bit along the back, like so, and then we should be able to just gently peel it like so. And you can actually see what you're doing all the time. And then with a bit of luck, you can follow the rib cage and you can just follow that rib cage all the way round and then look for the bones, look for the rib cage, and we're just going to tease them out. And what I'm trying to do is to retain as much flesh as possible. A professional fishmonger would have just pulled that right off of there. But we're only amateurs. We just catch these occasionally, and we want to make the best of it. But there you go. And then that should be totally boneless. There we go. And one cut, and look at that lovely meat that you've retained from not having just ripping it off. Now don't forget, we've still got the lateral line there. In fact, in this case, I think most of my lateral line I've left behind. So just test to make sure there aren't any there that's going to catch you out. There's just one there, look. You could use a pair of pliers or anything just to snip that last little lateral line out. But there we go. And the same on the other side. Okay, so to do the other side, we'll have a new sheet of paper that will go over. Turn over. Do exactly the same thing again. There we go. Two nice fillets. Just check that there's no bones left there. Just run your finger along. I think we're good. I think we're good. So there we go. Nice job.